Maybe you've heard this before. Being unable to forgive is like you drinking the poison and wishing the other person to die. Being unable to forgive yourself is drinking the poison and dying all along with it. This is something which is crucial to you to be able to get yourself out of these states of anxiety and depression. You have to be able to forgive yourself for the things that either happened to you in your past or the things that you're thinking about in the future and which are not actually true. Now you've embodied these things, and what happens is sometimes blame comes into play. I'm blaming myself. I'm blaming this other person for these things that have happened to me. They're causing me anger. They're causing me resentment. They're causing me sadness, neither for myself or towards that other person. And now we need to work on forgiveness. We need self-compassion and forgiveness to understand that the person that you were isn't the person that you are in your present state, and even more so the person that you might be manifesting that isn't who you want to become, isn't the person you are in your present state. You know, the thing about having past experiences is that although you might feel like a completely different person, you still know that person. That knowledge is what brings you the learning experience to become somebody better, to be able to grow as a person. So I'm going to go through a forgiveness visualization with you. Visualizations, again, are very powerful because, again, the brain does not know the difference between your subconscious and what you visualize and what truly happens. And what you're going to find is once you go through this visualization for yourself, you're going to feel the peace, you're going to feel the anger, the resentment, and the sadness towards an experience or towards a person to leave your soul, and you're going to feel light like a balloon. You're going to feel so incredibly wonderful, and you're going to be able to move forward with your life without bringing these emotions, these low-level emotions back into your life because of the experience that you had. So I'm going to do two different visualizations. One of them is going to be forgiving somebody else, and then the other one is going to be forgiving yourself. So let me separate the two first. Let's start with the visualization for forgiving somebody else. So what I would like for you to do is to find a place in which you can sit, a comfortable chair, a couch. Please don't lay down, and please try and find something in which your head is free. I'm going to be guiding you through something in which it's going to be a little bit mentally taxing to visualize. And if you keep yourself, or if you put your head back, you could fall asleep or drift away from the visualization, which is going to help you so much. So find a place to sit down, head free, but it's very comfortable to you. Ready? Go. Okay. Now that you've found that place, go ahead and close your eyes. I'd like to bring in the first visualization of bringing your head into your heart and then your life force to the center of your forehead. Do that now. Now, in this space, what I would like for you to do is imagine the person who has caused you pain, the person who you are having trouble forgiving. This person is right next to you, smiling at you. Smile back. Now think about the experience. Think about the experience that you had with this person that you are having trouble forgiving, that is causing you pain. And I also want you to think about the emotions that you feel. Anger, resentment, sadness, betrayal. These emotions that you feel that are attached to this experience. This person is standing right next to you, and he's opening up a backpack. He or she is opening up a backpack in which they want you to put the experience and the emotions you feel into this bag. So visualize it. What was the experience? Think of it as its own entity and put that experience into the bag. Now take the emotions attached to it. the emotions that you feel that are making you unable to forgive this person. Think about them as their own entity. Grab them and put them into the bag. Now, the person that was standing next to you has a bubble around them. Think about it as the Good Witch in Wizard of Oz bubble. This bubble is around them and they are smiling at you. They were floating in the sky. This bag that you have now placed the experience and the emotions in, it is also floating in front of you in a bubble. A separate bubble from that person. I want you to turn to the person and I want you to tell that person, I forgive you, I love you, and I'm sorry. Say it again. I forgive you, I love you, and I'm sorry. Now take this bag that's floating with its experience and these emotions, look at it. Say, I don't need you anymore. And I want you to visualize the sun, the big bright sun, and you use your energy to push this bag into the sun and it explodes. And as it burns away and burns out of your soul, you look at the person and say, thank you. Thank you for the experience that you gave me. I'm grateful to be able to learn from it, to grow from it, and to release this off of my soul. Come back to for a moment. Pay attention to how you feel in this moment. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel happiness? This bag that you were carrying, the baggage that you carried about this experience, do you feel it to be gone? This is momentary. Repetition is what gets you there. Whenever you feel as if this is coming back for you, lean back on this visualization. Now, let's get into yourself. Let's forgive yourself in a very similar manner. So I want you to sit and close your eyes and visualize you next to you, yourself, in the state in which the experience happened. Maybe it's yourself from 5 years ago. Maybe it's yourself from 5 years from now. Whatever that is, whenever that is that it happened, picture you in that state. Standing next to you, smiling at you. Now, the bag appears, and the experience that you felt, the experience that is attached to you in this state, think about it, manifest it, and put it in the bag. Now the emotions attached to that experience, whether it's making you feel guilt or shame or unworthy, all of these things that are keeping you from your true self being present, put them into the bag. Your other self is now floating in the sky in that bubble. The bag is also floating in the skies in a separate bubble. Look at your former self. Look at him or her. Say, I'm sorry. I love you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. I love you. I forgive you. Now both of you gaze onto this bag. Both of you look at this bag and manifest the energy and push this bag into that ever-burning sun. See the sun so big and powerful, and both of you just want to release it from your soul and push that bag into the sun, bursting into flames. Go back and look at your other self. Say, thank you. I'm grateful for that experience, but I no longer need it. It is no longer a part of me. It's time for me to move forward. Come back to. Open your eyes. How do you feel? Notice any sensations in your body. Maybe a feeling of weightlessness again. Relief. Allow some of these other emotions like love and gratitude and joy to come into your life. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Because most likely they were just doing the best they could with the knowledge that they had, just as you were doing the best that you could with the knowledge that you had. It's time to move forward.